Hey my friends, how's it going? It's Ultimus, and I have more arenas for you from the Why the Heck Should We Not Queue session, basically. This time up with the Ret Paladin, still this time facing basically a Walking Dead cleave without the healer, Frost Death Knight, Windwalker Monk. Two very scary classes that synergize very, very well together. Just with burst, survivability, being able to support each other, so this can get a little scary. We did decide to go Death Knight, as the Death Knight is a little bit of an easier kill, and by that I mean we're not chasing him halfway around the map. Neither of us really felt like being kited, and that's what's going to kill both of us, unfortunately, is if we get kited. So, sitting pretty hard on the Death Knight while trying to provide a little bit of pressure to keep them both off of my Paladin friend, because I don't want them to get bubble super early. As you see, the cleave damage is hitting that Death Knight very, very hard. He's got nothing left to defend himself with, and Execute is definitely going to take his head off there for sure. At this point, dropping that Stormbolt just to keep the peels on my Ret friend here, because I don't want him to die. I really don't feel like chasing a Windwalker Monk all the way around the map. Karma's on me here, so I'm switching over to defensive stance just in case. I'm not feeling really the need to stop attacking altogether, but I'm not counting on the fact that my Ret Paladin buddy here saw Karma, so defensive stance seemed like the smart choice. While I'm feeling very confident about a win, I also didn't want to get cocky. But as you can see, between the stuns we had lined up there for that Monk, there's really not a whole lot he could do to survive that. Not to mention both of our bursts were coming back up. Now, this match, as you can see, I'm with a Feral Druid now. Switch partners here for a little bit. Up against a Mistweaver and a Hunter. Marksmanship Hunters can be hit and miss for me as far as being scary or not. The hardest thing about Marksmanship Hunters is if, let's say, we land a kill, I don't have the pet to be able to land Victory Rush on. So if I am super scary low, being able to bounce back and recover with that Victory Rush isn't always a possibility. Leaping over, getting knocked back, and then charging to get that interrupt on that cast there was kind of a fun little game of ping pong, I'm not going to lie. Getting that cocoon there early on that Monk is definitely helpful. Not wanting to really waste my time, so I'm swapping over to put a little bit of pressure on the Hunter to make that Monk have to make choices by the time he gets out of his cocoon. I'm taking a lot of damage at this point, though, so I'm trying to land the interrupt to get as much damage into that Monk before I'm going down, because I'm pretty sure I know exactly how this is going to go. And just right here, as you can see, I got the kill, so there's the Victory Rush. But just like I said before, no pet means nothing to land that Victory Rush on. So that means, unfortunately, I have to die. So, my Feral now versus the Hunter. Luckily, Ferals are so insanely strong right now. Nothing really can stand a chance against them in a 1v1 unless they're simply getting outplayed. Ferals have one of the best 1v1 game in the entire game of WoW. I don't want to say they always have, but they kind of always have. And right now is definitely no exception to that rule. So the Hunter's trying to keep my Feral as far away from him as possible, but it's really not working out. There's his last deterrence there, trying to kite as best as he can. He's guaranteeing you waiting for his traps to come back up, trying to pump as much damage as he can. But even if he's able to mitigate with that last deterrence, I called that last deterrence earlier, my apologies, that physical damage, he's still going to have to deal with those bleeds there. And it leaves him at 1% health. I kid you not. 1% health. This Hunter is running for his life. But with that last little leap there from my Feral, it's game over. Now, this match was fun here for me because of the ending. And again, I feel like I like to live these little fun little random matches here at the very, very end of these videos for those of you who stuck around to watch the whole thing. God bless you. Up against another Mistweaver Hunter, this time a Survival Hunter. So more CC, more traps, not as much burst, but still can be kind of scary on the CC game. So at this point, I'm just popping in here, just wanting to go ham. There's the intro. Fear, as with pretty much all of my openings in twos, just pumping damage and blade storms into those. Don't want to get trapped, landing that interrupt. And as you can see, this Monk can't mitigate any of that. And there's that nasty 245,000 execute. Notice without cooldowns. No recklessness has been popped for that. That was kind of intense. I thought I popped my cooldowns, but unfortunately I did not. Now, the Hunter here is going to just kind of chill in that I popped my Stormbolt a little bit early, just kind of stood there. Now, notice that Whisper I'm getting there. This is where the match gets kind of fun. The Hunter is going to do his absolute best to get us both, but he's going to end up leaving. So, check this out. This is a first for me. Check that out. questioning the MMR and calling me out on being fully geared at 1200 MMR. I couldn't. It was funny to me. That's the first time I've ever been whispered after an arena game. That was an interesting one. I'm not gonna lie. While I can understand their frustration, I feel like the answer I'm about to give them, and you're gonna see me drop for them, kind of sums it all up. The hunter thoroughly confused, and my answer simply to the monk is as stated there. What can I say? I suck, so I lose MMR. What can I say? But I love doing arenas anyways. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll catch you next time.